Hello, Cancerman COINTELPRO, back for part 4 of Governor Rick Perry. I want to touch on something he's going to say here in just a second.
They do that. This administration may get up and mouth words about job creation, but they clearly consider enterprise a dirty word. And they think the fruits of our labor need.
They consider enterprise a dirty word. They don't like business, right? They don't like corporations. The Democrats, right? The liberals that are in Congress right now, they don't like businesses. That's interesting because they seem to be doing a lot of things that are in the best interest of big business. I'm not really seeing much opposition to the giving of tax money to these corporations. I'm not seeing it. I'm seeing a lot of people talking about it, not a lot of doing. Understand? Just like abortion. Conservatives like to get up and talk about abortion. Abortion is bad, we need to ban it. But they don't do anything. Once they get in office, they don't do anything. Liberals like to get up and say, assault weapons and firearms are bad. We need to do something about it. Elect me and we'll do something. We'll get shit done. They get elected, nothing happens. The Bill Clinton assault weapons ban is a prime example of this. You know what the Bill Clinton assault weapons ban did regarding assault rifles? Absolutely fucking nothing, okay? Not a thing. You were not allowed to have a flash suppressor and a bayonet lug. Everything else was fair game. I have an AK-47 in the other room that I purchased under the Bill Clinton gun ban. Standard AK-47. Semi-auto, of course. It's the same AK-47 you can go and you can buy off the shelf right now. I have mixed feelings toward the AK-47, as I've said on my other channel. In my opinion, they're glorified garbage, but we're not going to get into that. I just wanted to throw that in there. But let's hear what else he's got to say.
Needs to be spread around, or word I like to use from their core ideology is be redistributed.
Redistributed. You're referring to the Karl Marx concept of the redistribution of wealth. Karl Marx felt that in order for a socialist revolution to be successful, its main goal would need to be the redistribution of wealth. To confiscate the wealth of the ultra-rich and redistribute it through society. Basically like a Robin Hood. And it's kind of interesting because Robin Hood was a communist. Understand? He robbed the rich to feed the poor. That is the concept of Marxism. And Robin Hood is viewed as being a hero. Isn't that bizarre in our society that the people in our society are so horribly educated that they hear these terms communism, socialism, fascism, and they don't even know what they mean. Because if you ask these same people who hate communism, if you ask them how they feel about the Robin Hood character, they would say, oh, the Robin Hood character was a good man. He was doing good things. He was robbing the rich people and giving it to the poor people. That was the Bolshevik Revolution. And what Dick here is talking about the redistribution of wealth, that's what he's referring to. However, he doesn't like to touch upon his predecessor's redistribution of wealth. Kind of the opposite of Robin Hood. You see, the federal government taxes our revenues, taxes the working and middle class revenues. They take those tax monies and they spend them on defense, on infrastructure, whatnot. they spend that money to pay themselves and vote for their own pay raises. But we won't get into that. What they've done recently in 2008 is they have taken a lot of that money that they have gotten from the population through taxes, and they have given it to multinational conglomerates, huge corporations who were too big to fail. Yeah. He likes to talk bad about Obama over the bailouts. He doesn't like to touch upon his own party's involvement with that, and the fact that it was his own party that propagated it. This is a misinformation campaign that he is on right now. What he is telling these people is an outright lie. And they're believing it. They're falling for it hook, line, and sinker. And do you know why they're all clapping, blank-faced, and cheering? Because they're too stupid to know any better. Every one of them. They don't even know what this man's talking about. He doesn't even really understand it that well. He understands it enough to make it sound good in a speech. But that's the limit of his understanding. We're going to continue.
This endless overreaching by the federal government is what motivated me to write the book Fed Up last year. It's a discussion that is centered around the 10th Amendment. And its key phrase that powers not delegated to the United States by the Constitution nor prohibited by it to the states are reserved to the states respectively or to the people. It's simple, it is elegant, and it's to the point.
And this is why you guys are supporting a constitutional amendment to ban gay marriage, right? This is why you guys suspended habeas corpus, right? This is why you guys signed the USA Patriot Act, right? The Statue of Liberty's on vacation, Dick, and you fellas sent it there.
Framers of our Constitution knew all too well what happens when distant, too powerful governments hold sway over a nation. And that's why they decentralize power out of Washington, D.C. into the hands of the states. When states lead the way and they compete for ideas and resources and jobs, free market principles are allowed to act and great things happen. The states are proof that the best leadership is closest to the people, not holed up in Washington, D.C., issuing these one-size-fits-all mandates that try to fit the entire country.
Sounds to me like you're talking about the Articles of Confederation, which is, of course, the abolishment of the Articles of Confederation is what eventually led to the American Civil War. But once again, that's another topic for another video.
Our goal is to displace the entrenched powers in Washington, restore the rightful balance between state and federal government.
So you're going to overturn the USA Patriot Act then, right?
Listen, reach in your pocket right now. Take your phone out. It's okay. I just want you to take your phone out just a second. I want you to do something with me. If you really believe in what we're talking about here, if this whole concept of restoring the balance back to our country, decentralizing out of Washington, D.C., I want you to take your phone out. I want you to text something to the number 95613. I want you to put the word forward in there, F-O-R-W-A-R-D, and text it to 95613. Go ahead. I'll wait. There you go.
I'm not going to wait.
Listen, and we're going to keep you apprised of what we're doing. We're going to keep you informed about our efforts to restore that crucial balance. Unity can get bigger. I'm preaching to the choir here, I understand that. But America's greatness is not found in the size of its government. America's greatness resides in the hearts and the minds of our people, their innovative approaches to solving problems, and their ability to endure even in the toughest of times. if we want to stimulate the economy. Spending. We need to unleash the private sector in America, the individual citizens who put their hours in at the job, who pay their taxes. They're doing the best to take care of their families. The good news is we got the wind at our back right now as Americans are waking up to the realities of their previous choices. They're setting things right with their votes. The challenges facing state leaders as we pursue these balanced budgets across the country, let me share with you, they're going to pale in comparison to what we're going to see in 2014 when that runaway train known as Obamacare hits our budgets. If Congress or the courts don't derail Obamacare, state budgets will crumble under the massive financial burden. The Republican majority in the House of Representatives is starting to slow that train down, but we need to keep sending them reinforcements to bring that effort to a clear conclusion. Together, we must keep America moving back to preeminence because our values and conservative ideas are the world's greatest hope. Like you, I still believe America is special. I see a stronger America built on the solid foundation of spiritual strength, of individual liberty, of self-determination. We must recapture that vision and begin the hard work of lighting the way for millions of Americans who are adrift in the sea of economic misery.
I don't need to hear your poems that you've written or that someone else has written for you. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to end this now. I've made all the points that need to be made regarding you, Dick. And I look forward to seeing someone else get the Republican nomination and seeing you removed from the debate and from the equation. Keep your bullshit policies in Texas. Texas deserves them.